Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to create a dividend calendar in Google Sheets that shows all of your stocks and all of the dividends they earn by month. In doing this, we can get a comprehensive list of our monthly totals, stock totals, and see a calendar so we know when we are going to receive dividends and how much we will in each month. For those of you that may be new to dividends, dividends are a way that you can earn money through a stock without having to sell it. By reinvesting the dividends you receive, you can really build on your wealth, or you can just claim the dividends for yourself and take passive income. In this sample list, I chose 10 stocks that I have in my portfolio. So with that, let's get started on creating our own spreadsheet. First, we need a column for our tickers. After this, we can enter all of our column headings, which are just the months as you may have seen in the template. Each ticker had the name of the stock in the current price displayed next to it. That's where our Google Finance functions come into play. You can go into the name cell here, type in equals Google Finance, open your parentheses, and then if we click on this question mark, it's asking for the ticker. So we're going to click on this cell B5 to display the ticker. Then we add a comma, and it's asking for the attribute. The attribute we want to display is the name, and Google Sheets knows that as one of the attributes. So we can click on the word name here. Then if we hit enter, you can see Apple Inc. displayed for our ticker Apple with the name attribute selected. Now all we have to do to make sure we don't have to type this function in over and over again, put a little $sign up here before B5 and a little $sign in between the C and the 4. By doing this, if we drag this function to the right, B always stays the same. So when the function is trying to find the price of a certain ticker, they know that the ticker is still in column B, not C. And then as we drag down, you see the $sign before the 4. It knows that the name and price attributes are in row 4. So I'll just show you by dragging this function all the way down, and all of the names come in. And then dragging to the right. It's loading for a second, and then we have all the prices. After this, we can move on to our dividends list sheet. And here is where you're going to track all the dividends you receive throughout the year. As you can see on the template, we track all of the stocks, which month it occurred, and how much the dividend was for tracking every single transaction. One cool trick that could save you time and save you from typos is by highlighting this entire range here of months, including this last blank one here. Going to data validation, adding a rule, and creating a drop-down menu. We want to do a drop-down from a range. The range, as we can select the data range here, is going to come from the first sheet. And we're going to highlight all of the months here. Then we can hit done. X out. Then we go back to sheet 2, and you see a proper drop-down menu. So if you have a new transaction, you can click on this and enter the proper month. We'll do the same thing for the stock by once again highlighting all the data, including the row below. Selecting data validation, add rule. Again, drop down from a range. Select from range. Go back to sheet 1 and then select all of our tickers. Then on sheet 2, you see you have a drop-down menu with all of your stocks here. And now that you entered all your stock data, you're ready to enter the functions in on the main sheet. We'll start in cell E5 for Apple in January, and we'll hit equals SUMIFs and use our SUMIFs function. We'll open our parentheses and begin by selecting the sum range. The sum range is back on the dividends list, and it is column C, all of columns. So you just have to click on the header here for column C. This is the main part of our sum is function. But then we move on by adding a comma. And we want criteria range 1. Criteria range 1 is going to be the stock. So we'll select on this column B to get all of column B. Then we'll add a comma and go back to sheet 1 for criterion 1. By selecting on cell B5, we are telling the function that Apple is the proper stock. To sum for cell E5, the last thing we need is the month. So we'll add another comma and then go back to the dividends list and select column A1. Last time we'll add a comma. Go back to sheet 1. And here we're going to want to select F4 to tell our function that the month is going to be January. After doing this, we can hit enter. And we get nothing here because Apple, as you can see in the dividends list, didn't pay anything in January. Now, before we start dragging this function all the way down and all the way across, we need the proper references in the function. So the ranges of the dividend list, we always want to stay the same. So we're going to add a $sign before both C's, both B's, and both A's. That's first. But then there's 2 more $signs we still need to add. We want one before B5. This way the ticker stays in column B. And then we want one in between the E and the 4 so that the month stays in row 4. We'll hit enter, and then it's suggesting autofill already. We'll hit X, but we can drag it all the way across December. And now we get a proper calendar of all the Apple stocks by month for 2023. Then we can highlight all of this, drag it all the way down, and you can see a proper dividend calendar for all of our stocks each month. They received a dividend in the year 2023, but we're not quite done yet. I want to display the totals for each of our stocks. So at the end in the total section here, we're going to hit equals sum. Open our parentheses and then highlight from January to December, hit enter. And you see 95 cents for Apple. And then we can exit out of this and drag all the way down to get the sums for all of our stocks for the year. And then if you want monthly totals as well, you can go to the bottom of each month, hit equals sum. Open your parentheses, highlight all of your stocks, hit enter, and then drag all the way across. You can take it one step further by dragging one more cell across, and you see the total for all of your dividends in the year. Take these 3 blank cells, merge them together, and type in monthly totals. So we know that this bottom row is all about. I also want to format this to make it look nice. So I'm going to highlight the entire thing here. Make them gray. Make the monthly totals a blue. Make the total a dark blue. And one last thing that's going to make this look a lot better, but honestly make it easier to see the data, is highlight all of the dividend data here, not the totals. And then go to Format, Conditional Formatting. And we're going to format the cell if it is greater than 0. And we're going to make it a green color. We can then hit Done X out. And you have a beautiful spreadsheet. Now you're done. You can make your own dividend track or spreadsheet. I'll even drop a link so you can make a copy of this one and try it out. Maybe make some adjustments, add some columns, do whatever you want to do. The point is to get you more excited about investing and earning dividends and see what it can do for you. I really hope you enjoyed. If you learned something, please give a like. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, which I'm planning, please subscribe. I appreciate all the support it gives me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.